Hey, what's going on everyone? I'm the OPJellicent and we're back here on Pokemon Showdown today. Got a team right here with a Rotom-Mow on it, which is able to hit a lot of Pokemon with its dual stab right here, plus HP Fire. The only Pokemon that really switch in are Spidef, Tran, and Chansey, so if we can get the predictions right with Lectorn and Lando, I think we'll be in a good spot with this thing right here, but I was thinking about supporting it with like grassy terrain from Bulu, but I just realized that it was levitating, so it actually would not get that boost, which was pretty sad, but I still definitely think it can do a lot of work. A really nice bulk on this thing too. Base 107 defense is definitely nothing too terrible, so that's very great right here, and yeah, hopefully we can get our predictions right. HP Fire, some Ferrothorns and Scissors, click Thunderbolts on all the flying types, and then Leaf Storm Lando on the switch-in. That's the idea right here. Then we got SD Rocks Z Chomp right here. Definitely like this thing as a Z user, just because it's able to go ahead and threaten Chansey for sure with that +2 Dragonium, and then you can Earthquake the Heatran, which is definitely very cool, so helps out Rotom-Mow a lot. AV Azu right here is definitely a unique Ash Greninja check. I really like the idea right here. And other than that, it's able to go ahead and switch into Keldeo too, which Rotom-Mow does resist the dual stab. Well, I guess it doesn't resist the Secret Sword, but it's able to take all the water type attacks, but Azu is definitely the more reliable answer. We got Mega Pinsir right here, just a really nice wall breaker and late game win condition right here. Heatran, which is our Fairy resistant rocker for the team, and then, of course, we needed a Defogger, and I'm actually trying out Defog Defensive Mew right here for the first time. Lots of speed investment, and then the rest in bulk right here, because we do need Defog for our Mega Pinsir right now, so that's going to be the team. It'll be down below in the description in case you guys do want to try it out. And I'll be right back with our first game. Alright, I got the first game right here. Rotom-Mow is actually really nice right here, just clicking Leaf Storm through my opponent's team. Just because Toxapex doesn't really want to come in, of course. But in terms of my lead right here, I mean, Garchomp has a ton of fun with this team as well, which just kind of makes me want to not risk it right away. I think Mega Pinsir is probably my way of winning this game right here. So I'll lead off with Mew first, and he decides to lead off with the Landers. Any damage that I can get on Lando with Ice Beam is going to be amazing. So let's hope my opponent goes for Rocks or something for no reason. His best play, I think, should be going Toxapex, but hey, U-turns out. I'm assuming we'll see Toxapex come out. To which I can burn it right here if I want to do that. I would probably take a Toxic in the process. I don't know. Burn could not be bad because I can defog if he gets up T-Spikes. Yeah, just get to defog here. My opponent unfortunately has a lot of T-Spikes power points, so maybe I shouldn't be defogging here. I should probably just go ahead and go Heatran right now. As my opponent decides to go for Poison Jab, which is totally cool. I can either get up Rocks, but I think I'm going to be forced to defog later anyway, so I don't really see the point in that. I'll just go for Magma Storm, because this basically allows me to trap this Pokemon now, and I can Earth Power again here and just get rid of it. So that's going to really help out some of the Pokemon in the back. My opponent opts to go Kyurem. I can go Azu, but I really don't want to getting poisoned. I can also just stay in. I mean, Heatran's still a good check to several other things. It's going to be fast enough. I think maybe I should just take the damage with Azu, as my opponent decides to go for Sub. Like, this is okay, even if he's a Roost. I'm able to hit there. I can go for Play Rough again. And I can continue doing this. I really don't need Azumarill in this match. He has a Kartana and a Bulu. Like, what is this thing going to do in this game? And I'll Superpower here, just because I think he's going to try to go off the miss. My opponent opts to go for a Sub-Zero Slammer, actually, which is interesting. I want to get rid of these T-Specs, even if it means him roosting. So let's do that. Yeah, I don't really care if you roost as long as I get rid of your hazards, because after I get rid of these hazards, I think Mega Pinsir can win on its own. Yeah, so there's the obvious roost. I'll go for Will-O-Wisp now. As my opponent opts to go for the Sub, I'll click Ice Beam here, and then Ice Beam again. What covers did he show? He showed Sub, Roost. I'm assuming he has Earth Power. Yeah, it did have Earth Power. Sub, Roost, Ice Beam, Earth Power. I'm just waiting to get in my Garchomp is the main thing. Garchomp can do a ton of work here if I get the play properly. So I wish I had like U-turn here, because I could U-turn out as he attacks me and I could break the Sub, but I guess what I can do now is just go for... I could sit here like for a while, but I really am not interested. Yeah, I'm not interested in this. Let's go for Ice Beam. And wow, that's a really bulky Kyurem. I think maybe a Rotom-Mow is the play here, because I can Volt Switch out to break the Sub, and I think I'll live one hit, so let's go for Volt Switch here, and try to break this right now and get in Garchomp. I'm actually faster. Why is that taking so little damage? He went for Ice Beam. Okay, I think I'll live on Earth Power, and I'll be able to go right here for... I can click Rocks. The Rocks is not a bad play. Yeah, let's get up Rocks as... let's go back to Rotom-Mow now. And just click... I think Thunderbolt, just spamming is fine. No, I should Volt Switch here. And bring this Pokemon back out. And once again, go back to Rotom-Mow. No, I think I'll just Magma Storm. In case he tries to overpredict. Opts to not do that. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out my endgame here. It's with Mega Pinsir. I see the endgame, but I'm trying to figure out how I can get it to work. So Garchomp can come out and break the sub, and then I can knock him out with Pinsir after? That looks like a game plan. I should try this set sometime. It's actually pretty good. Let's do this. Let's go for the Dragonium Z. And I gotta win with my Pinsir in the end. Yeah, get rid of that thing finally. That thing was such a pain. I'll go right here for a return. Yeah, this thing will go down. And then I think Mega Pinsir can still clear this game out for us. If I SD in regular form, do I win? No, I can't knock out the Kartana in one hit, so I got a Leaf Storm there. He's gonna go, what, Kartana here? Kartana or Mawile are his plays. Opts to go Mega Mawile. I mean, I can SD up here on the Ice Punch. And then Quick Attack. As my opponent sacks off Tapu Bulu to get in his Landorus T. Do I think Rotom-Mow can solo the rest of his team? I think so. I think it can. I'll go for Quick Attack. And try to win with Rotom-Mow. I think Hidden Power Fire can actually clear this out. Perhaps. Goes out into that. How much damage do I have on this? It's really healthy. Leaf Blade. Oh, that does so much. Yeah, I can't win. Because I'm assuming he has Sucker Punch, right? Or this is just going to knock me out, yeah. Unfortunately, I got the short end right there, and I actually thought Rotom-Mow could do that, but I just got completely blown back by the Kyurem. Like, that Kyurem spread just completely destroyed my team. Especially with T-Spikes up. Like, T-Spikes with Azu being my only check was not a good combination, so that guy definitely did what he had to, though, and I'll be right back with another game. Okay, I got the next game right here. I actually just played one. The dude led off with Ninetales and just clicked Freeze Dry and froze everything, so I don't want to include that. I'll just go ahead and lead off here with the Garchomp and see what I can do. Torn lead on my opponent's end just happened. I'll go right here for perhaps Devastating Drake. As my opponent goes out into Landorus. Damage on Lando can definitely help out my Pinsir win cons, so I'll take that. And, I mean, I'm going to have to defog anyway, so there's really no point in... I can go land... Actually, I can just go Mew here on the rocks and defog right now. Yeah, that's okay. You're not giving up these rocks, man. Mega Pinsir is my win con, so yeah, that thing gets out of there. I was actually faster, so I could have Ice Beamed and then defogged after. Which definitely sucks right now. I can burn this. Is it going to be Scarf? I'll go Heatran here to scout whether it's Scarf or not. Or do I just Will-O-Wisp it? He goes for Woodhammer. I'm assuming that was Scarf, and that's why he tried to do that. This allows me to make several plays. I can double to Rotom-Mow here. Like, I don't think he stays in. If he stays in, he's clicking Superpower anyway, so... Yeah, this is okay. And now I get to throw off a Leaf Storm under grassy terrain with Choice Specs, so... Something's catching this right now, and nothing's gonna appreciate it. Out comes Torn. Let's see, never mind. That sucks. That would've... I mean, I just wanted Rotom to work. That was the main thing, but I'll go back to Heatran on the knockoff. Yeah, that's really lame. I got up rocks now. Actually, I'll just go for Magma Storm. Yeah, had I hit that, I wouldn't have to predict with Rotom anymore, which is like also very big. I'm assuming he goes for Volt Switch here. I mean, I can throw up rocks. I'll just go back to Rotom though. And that really sucks. Goes for Hydro Pump. Okay, let's try to get the prediction right. I'm clicking Thunderbolt. And I'm gonna go for Leaf Storm. As my opponent goes Tapu Bulu. Is that AV? Because it didn't actually take as much as I thought it might, but I guess here it's not really that big of a deal, right? I got damage off on Rotom for Pinsir now, which is cool. I just got to scout for what the Scarf is, and I think it's Scarf Lele, which is a problem. But I think here, I don't know what he's going to click. Can I just click Leaf Storm again? Wow, Superpower actually just blew me away. That's definitely Choice Band. Okay, well, I get to bring this out now, and something's dropping. Or at least Rotom's going to take a lot, is what I mean. And if Rotom takes a lot, that means I can basically win with this thing. So there goes that Pokemon. Unfortunately, it was Rocky Helmet, which I was kind of trying to avoid taking damage on this thing to keep it out of range of a potential Scarf Psychic, but I don't think that's an option anymore, which is a little bit troublesome. Brings out his Rotom. So no rocks for my opponent is great. I'll go Mew here. On the Volt. I'm assuming, what, Bulu comes back out? This is a pretty fast Mew. Why does he keep... I'm so confused about this. I'll Will-O-Spit now. He's clearly Choice Band, and I'm not playing well around the Choice Band Bulus, so... They get burnt, and then I'll soft-boiled up, and then you can't do anything to me. So that's cool. I'm assuming he'll go Torn. Yeah, there's the Torn. I can just burn this too if I want, but he's gonna knock, right? And what am I keeping in on a knock is basically the question. Or what am I switching into a knock? Garchomp is an option, not the best idea. I'll burn it, as I'm actually faster, so that's cool. What's he gonna bring in to threaten me? I guess Tapu Lele now. Back to Bulu. Woodhammer's not gonna do enough. So I'll just Ice Beam this down. You got like Bulk Up. I know it's Choice Band, so like you can't do anything to me. Goes for Woodhammer. It does so much despite the fact that that's burnt, but it just went down, so that's very ideal for me. I'm actually seeing Garchomp being able to do some work late game if I can get rid of the Lele soon, which is definitely very cool. I have an Aviazu too, which can take hits from Lele and Torn. So out comes the Tapu Lele here. I can just go Heatran. The Heatran doesn't really take on anything else, as my opponent just goes for Moonblast. I'll click Magma Storm here. If I hit it, I think it's just over now, but yeah, there's more damage on Rotom. Back to Mew is the play. Like, Pinsir gets a kill every time it comes out now, too. My opponent opts to go for the Hydro Pump. This allows me to just click Soft Boiled. Like, I know I'm faster. There's the Volt Switch, back to, what, the Medi? He's probably gonna go Medi and try to freeze me or something. Like, that would not surprise me. I'll go for Soft Boiled and make my best play, because I'll live an Ice Punch or anything like that. Goes for Zen Headbutt, actually. I don't know if he can actually beat Mew, like, straight up. Because I can burn the Rotom and negate leftovers, and then I think I should be good to go from there. So goes Torn. Do I risk getting confused to death? I mean, I have no reason. Like, if he does confuse me, then that's fine. I'm actually faster. As he finally goes for the knockoff, which I think he should have done earlier. I think it's AV Torn based on that damage. 28%, that has to be AV. On the Hurricane Miss. I wasn't going for the miss, but like I could take it anyway. And I still have so many things that can live in the back. Like, Azu guaranteed lives one from the Medi. I'll burn this now here too. Just to make sure that its leftovers aren't a problem. As my opponent decides to go for Will-O-Spit of his own, which doesn't really do anything because of the fact that I Will-O-Spit him, so it's synchronized back to me, which is kind of funny. There's a Hydro Pump. I mean, you're not even leftovers, apparently. Or did I knock them off earlier? Did I knock it with something? I don't think I have knock on anything, so I guess it's just not lefties. Oh, he has... What did he click? Pain Split? No, he has an Eye-Pop Berry. Okay. I was like, what? But if he clicked Pain Split, I would have been a lot lower, so I was very confused there. But yeah, I just get to Soft Boiled, and eventually this Rotom will go down. And his way of winning is with Tapu Lele still. There's that. How many Soft Boils do I have? I still have plenty, okay. So that's good. This guy cannot hit Hydro Pumps. Not that they matter, like I just soft-boiled them off, and I'm still good to go in that regard. Also, did my Mew outspeed that Torn earlier? Yeah, my Mew was outspeeding Torn too, which is a little bit confusing. You got Pain Split, man? If you do, then show it now, please. Because then... There's a Volt. So we kept that alive, but I don't know if it'll be enough. So here he has to go Tapu Lele and click. I mean, I can go Heatran. I don't think Heatran's a good play. I'll just soft-boil to scout the move. As my opponent goes for Moonblast and crits me, which is a yikes. I can go Heatran though, and I can still soft-boil on Pokemon like Torn and Rotom, so I can bring this out now. I think I just click Magma Storm. Or maybe just get up Rocks. Rocks are fine. As my opponent goes hard Medicham. So against hard Medicham, still gotta be careful about this. But I think Azu can beat that 1v1. So I don't think that's too much of an issue. I think perhaps here what I want to do is just sack off my Heatran maybe. No, I gotta be careful about the Lele. I'll sack off my Mew instead on the Drain Punch and just click Ice Beam. Yeah, I really gotta be careful about the Tapu Lele being Choice Scarf and sweeping me. So I'll keep my Heatran out of there and bring in Pinsir now. And I basically get a kill with her turn, which is cool. I'm assuming he'll sack off the Torn. If I SD'd here, I win. But I don't think he's gonna risk that. I'll go for a return. As my opponent opts to sack off that Pokemon. The Tapu Lele is about to come back out. And as I said, I have Aviazu to be able to take on Tapu Lele to some extent. So I'll go Heatran here. On probably a... I mean, he can Focus Blast if he wants. Goes for Psychic, okay. So here I can just go for a Magma Storm on the next Psychic. Cool, I get to bring in my Azu now. And I'll be able to go right here for a Play Rough and knock out the Tapu Lele, cool. And I think that means Pinsir just wins the game because I can Quick Attack Torn because it's not affected by Psychic Terrain. Here my Psych is Garchomp. Just because Azu can actually help out against Torn. I can bring this in now. Go right for a turn. Knock out the Medi, and then I'm pretty sure Torn might die to Quick Attack. But if not to that, it'll die to Aqua Jet after, so that's cool. Yeah. So I click Quick Attack here, and then if it doesn't kill, Aqua Jet in the back will. So Quick Attack gets the job done, and we're able to go ahead and pick up that win right there. So very happy about that for sure. I'll go ahead and drop a GG. Feels good to win after getting frozen repeatedly, so that's very cool. And I'll be right back with another game. Okay, so this was actually that player who froze my entire team. So we're going to see if we can go ahead and do some work right here. I think in terms of a lead, maybe Azu right here is a good lead, as my opponent decides to lead off with Greninja, so that's definitely okay with me. I'll just go right for Liquidation and see what he wants to do right here. I'm assuming he actually decides to go for Spike, as I'm able to Liquidate. And I'll just continue clicking Liquidation. I really have no reason not to. Like, I don't really care if you do that, and now I'll Jet it, just to knock it out. As my opponent goes Superior, that's fine. I'll go right here into my... Perhaps Heatran is fine? Gotta be careful with Heatran, though, because it's my Magearna check. And I'll just get up Rocks, I think. I know he's gonna glare me, because that's all these people do. He actually doesn't. Interesting. I'm going back to Azu. It's because it's my Water Resist, and it's not even that good here. I mean, it does some work for sure. It goes for Hydro Pump. We're able to chew that because of our Assault Vest, and I'll click Jet here. I don't think he's going to switch out because he doesn't have a Defogger, right? So what would be the point? You know what? I'm going to Play Rough here. I feel like he might make some terrible play and go Superior, so... Yeah, I don't even need help on Azu here, to be honest. I'm okay with going for Play Rough and trying to catch a Superior, which would be a bad play, but if he wants to do that, then go ahead. So he's trying to figure out, do I just Jet? I'll just Jet it. Because what's his Defogger, right? I'm not going to Defog, because Spikes don't affect my Pinsir at all, and Pinsir is my way of winning, so that's cool with me. His way of winning is just Mega Charizard X. He does go Superior. It's very confusing. I don't agree with it, but unless this has defog, but I think because of my AV, I think I can live one and go for play rough here. Nope, knocked me out anyway. Very surprised about that. I really expected to live at least one. So I can go Pinsir and quick attack. How much is that doing? I'm assuming it just kills. But yeah, because the Grand is already gone, I thought that was an okay play. I expected to live though, not gonna lie. Yeah, so it goes down. So let's bring this out here and click that quick attack, as he's gonna sack off the Grand, which is his best play, but I guess he doesn't want to risk me SDing, so that's cool. He's gonna go, what, Alolan Ninetales now? Magearna. Heatran can take on Magearna, as it adapts to go for the Shift Gear. I'll go for Magma Storm. And I'm able to go ahead and get rid of Magearna, which is great. His next play is probably going to be Charizard. No, he actually goes Mimikyu. So I'll Earth Power this in case he tries to SD up. Opts to just knock me out, which is totally cool. I can bring out Rotom-Mow here and just go for a Volt Switch. Ideally, I'm slower. The best case here, I'm slower, so that way I can get a slow Volt Switch out while breaking the disguise. And then after this thing is gone, it's just Alolan Ninetales and Charizard X, which Charizard X is a problem, but I think between Rough Skin and Quick Attack, I can beat that Pokemon. Unless he gets Veil up, which would be a little bit of an issue. He's playing this well, though. Like, he knows that Charizard is his win condition, and he's forced a few of my Pokemon to go down that could take hits from Charizard, like, for example, Azumarill. I'm assuming he had Earthquake. I actually think I saw Earthquake in the first game. So I do get that slow Volt out that I was talking about. I can bring in Garchomp now and click Earthquake. And probably just knock this Pokemon out, I'm assuming. And then, still gotta be careful about this Charizard, though. So he's trying to figure out here, does he sack this off or Gran? Maybe I should have gone Pinsir and returned. That was probably a better play. But this still prevents the Charizard from setting up due to my Z move, which is good. Yeah, so I get rid of Mimikyu, which is good. It's just the Alolan Ninetales and the Charizard. Alolan Ninetales comes out here for sure. And I know for a fact he's clicking Veil. I think my play is going for Earthquake. Bringing that all the way down. Going right here for perhaps into Mew. No, just Earthquake again. Because, I mean, he may sack Gran and then try to go Charizard now, but I do have a Z move. I'm hoping he thinks that I'm Scarf. That would be best case scenario. If he goes Gran, goes Charizard, thinking that I'm locked into Earthquake, and then I win with this. But I don't know, that's always a possibility. He actually opts to Moonblast, which still is able to knock me out. Here, what I can do is maybe just go... It's either Mew or Rotom. Gotta wait for this Veil to go down, but it's not gonna go down anytime soon. Yeah, I think I might end up losing this one, unfortunately, because I can't outspeed with this. I gotta go Pinsir, or I gotta go Mew. Mew's the play. My play is to Ice Beam. Or do I double to Pinsir here? I'll Ice Beam. Because if he sacks off Gran and then goes Charizard now, I think I lose. But if I go Pinsir and he attacks, then I think I lose. I'll go Pinsir. I think he's going to sack off Gran and try to go for game now. Yeah, I think that's definitely something he might do right here, and I think I don't want to have that happen. So I'll go Pinsir right now, and if it costs me the game, then that's fine, but I want to try to predict the Gran sack into Charizard win. Unless he's expecting me to have an attack, that doesn't make any sense. Another play right here, I could defog the Veil away. And then But that would defog the rocks away, which is another problem. I don't think Pinsir can knock it out then. I can Will-O-Wisp here too. Ah, this is so tough. Is he going to sack off Grand and go Charizard now? And then if he does, then can my... Well, first of all, does he have Roost is one of the questions that I need to ask myself, because if he doesn't have Roost, I think I win anyway, because he would have to Flare Blitz to knock out my Mew without taking too much damage, and then Recoil should put it in range of my Pinsir. He's really taking his time right here. Is he going to choose a move soon? Because, I don't know, I'm pretty excited for this. I want to see how this endgame plays out right here, so... If he goes Greninja and then goes Charizard, what do I do? I spam Ice Beam and hope he doesn't have a Roost is my play. I spam Ice Beam until he's ideally in range of Quick Attack. Because I got a lot of HP on this, right? No, the wrong Pokemon, right? I was looking at Rotom-Mow right here, yeah. I saw 240 HP and then some defense too, so... I think I can live a +1 Dragon Claw. He opts to stay in as I'm able to go ahead and get my burn off. Great, that's amazing. I'll go right here for the Ice Beam. Oh, he actually dropped me, which is a problem. I'll go ahead and sack off my Rotom here. To that. Bring back my Mew. Do I defog? I'm gonna soft boiled up. As I'm able to go ahead and do that. I think it's gonna come down to whether he has a Roost or not, which I don't know if he would. I'm gonna soft boiled one more time. As my opponent opts to go for that. I'm gonna go Pinsir here. And Quick Attack it, and then ideally knock out the Charizard behind Veil. Actually, no, I think I should wait one more turn. Tough call. I'm gonna Ice Beam. So Grand dies on entry, right? We saw that earlier. I don't know why I got a Pale again. I guess in case I defogged. I get rid of that. Oh, actually, he died to Ice Beam plus Hail. So maybe I should have soft-boiled it right there was the play. Goes hard Charizard. Okay. So yeah, I think it just comes down to does he have a Roost? And if so, can he keep himself out of range of my attacks? And I actually just freeze it right away. He froze my entire team last time. I will take a freeze. He's actually really slow, I just realized. He's like bulky Dragon Dance or something like that, but... I think I'm good to go right here because of that freeze. I mean, hacks for hacks, right? He hacks me out of my points last time. I hacks him this time. Yeah, and Grin dies on entry right there. And... I mean, I won't drop a GG because I hacked him, but I definitely think... Like, obviously they're separate games, I know, but I definitely think... Based on the fact that he hacked me last time, I think I kind of deserved it this time, but that was interesting. I don't know, let me know what you guys think about that. Did I deserve the hacks right there? But I'll be right back with another game. Okay, I got the next game right here. We've had some really long games in this video, I just realized. I'll lead off here with my Garchomp on Ferrothorn. Click SD right away, and then... actually, this mod can do a lot of work. Maybe I just go Heatran instead. Because he's going to try to get up rocks, right? So maybe actually just Mew's better. Like, he might have a knockoff Ferrothorn, I know, but... It's not a big deal. I just want to defog if he gets upper rocks is the main thing. And I don't want Garchomp taking a Gyro Ball for no reason. That would not be very smart. Or a Power Whip, whatever he opts to click. Because I think Garchomp can naturally take one hit from Victini and Crawdaunt, and I can Z-move those back. Which is cool. So I get in Mew on the Stealth Rock. Yeah, these aren't staying up. I'm going to go right here for a defog. On probably hard Victini. Or a Leech Seed, perhaps. But yeah, this is okay with me. He goes to Crawdaunt, actually, which... I'm pretty sure if I burn this, I actually live the knockoff, and then I can soft-boiled up, so... Okay, never mind. I didn't live, but I need to keep this alive because it is my defogger, so... Let's switch out. Do I need my AV for anything? No, I don't. Because I'm going to die to Coco anyway, and I don't really need it for anything else, so let's bring it out here. On Azu, and see what I can do. But yeah, we're 2-1 now after starting off with 0-1, which is definitely very cool. And We've had some pretty long games, yeah. 10 minutes for the last two, and then 6-minute first game right there, so... This is probably going to be one of the lives where I'd have like 4 games in it, which is like not very common. I usually get at least 6 to 7, but... I don't know, so a lot of people like to take their time today, I guess. So yeah, get out of there. I don't really care about the AV. I'll click Superpower in case he goes out into Ferrothorn. Okay, nice. I'm able to go ahead and get that right. And once again, you are not getting a Brox. Opts to go for Leech Seed. I mean, I'll soft-boiled up. And Defog now. On hard Victini. So he sees that my Pinsir is a threat, but it's still not that big of a threat considering he has Coco. I'll sack off my Azu here. To the Z thing, okay. I'll go for Aqua Jet now. I have, I think, a few Pokemon that can take a hit from this, so... Let's get off my Aqua Jet here and then go from there. Yeah, and then I think I go Garchomp after an Earthquake to kill it. Really interesting that he clicked this so early, though. Like, he definitely could have just won had he just used your... Had he just weakened some other Pokemon, like just a bit of chip on Garchomp and then a bit of chip on Heatran, and you would have been fine. But yeah, let me just calc to make sure, because it is a +1 stored power from 5 stat boosts, so... I'll double check here, but I'm pretty sure a Garchomp can take a 1 hit from full health. Victini. Well, I cannot type right now. Z Celebrate. So stored power would naturally be doing that much. That's +2. Actually, I think I might die. No, I'll live. Yeah, I live stored power no matter what. The only thing he can hope for is a Searing Shot burn, which ideally he doesn't get. Or maybe a crit. But Earthquake's my play. I'll click that. And... Unless he has Glaciate? Do you have Glaciate, man? That would be a cool tech. I mean... Yeah, I live it. Don't knock it out because of the defense boost, but... I mean, I can go Heatran. That would be a... risking the game, though. Am I willing to do that? Yeah. As my opponent goes for stored power. I think I'd live Focus Blast, and if I don't, then at the end of the day I have Mega Pinsir, so... And ideally he misses. I mean, it is Victory Star, so he's going to hit it and crit it. I don't know if the crit mattered, but... Yeah, this just tore a giant hole through my team, which is unfortunate. I don't think I can win this one. His play right here should be to stay in, unless he wants to preserve it for my Rotom-Mow in the late game, maybe. How weak is Ferrothorn? It's somewhat weakened. I think my endgame right here might actually be with Rotom-Mow. Maybe. Goes or Landorus T. I mean, I'll sack off my Mew here to a Stone Edge. And then, I'm assuming that's Scarf, so I'll bring this out now. And just click HP Fire. And really hope he goes Ferrothorn. Or even Mawile would be okay. Let's go Mawile. I do 97%. That's so much damage. I still need the Ferrothorn gone, though, to be able to win with Leaf Storm, which is the problem. But damage on this is a start for Pinsir. But I'm going to sack off my Garchomp here. I do have Rough Skin, right? Yeah, okay. Because I made that mistake once. I didn't have a Rough Skin, and it cost me a game because I didn't get extra damage on a Pokemon. It actually doubles to Ferrothorn, which is a Pokemon that I need gone, so... I'll go right here. I can get up Rocks too, but I think Earthquake's better. Well, I should have clicked Rocks. Could have clicked the Mawile on entry. Gets up his Rocks. I mean, I Earthquake again. Or do I just get up Rocks on Lando? Yeah, Rocks is probably my play. And then I go Pinsir. To kill this, and then maybe try to Leaf Storm sweep late game. Yeah, that's my endgame right here. It's not a very good one, but it could work, maybe. Let's see, though. It'll depend on what he decides to keep alive late game, which... I don't know what he would opt to do. Because, like, I can Leaf Storm here, but then I'm putting myself in range of Sucker Punch. Why didn't I click Rocks? Okay, well, I got damage off. I don't know why that... Did I misclick? I definitely clicked the wrong move. That's annoying. I'll go right here for a return, and... I don't think I would have won anyway, because even if Moel doesn't enter, he has Aqua Jet, he has Scarf Lando, which can just U-turn out, actually. Yeah, I'd never win this game, because he can just go Lando, U-turn out a few times, and then just bring it back in and always win. So, I mean, my misclick didn't matter. He won with Lando. So, actually, looking at that, there's really no way I can win this game right now, so I'll go ahead and drop a GG, and I'll go ahead and forfeit the game right there, because I guaranteed lose to Lando with my Rotom right there. So, we ended up finishing off 2-2, which is, I guess, not the worst, considering it's a 4-live game, but I definitely think there were a couple games where I could have definitely played better right there. So, I still had a ton of fun. Once again, the team will be down below in the description in case you guys do want to try it out, and I'll see you next time. Later.